Did you know the Tour de France will race into Britain for the first time with both men's and women's events in 2027? How will this shift influence cycling culture and community health? Stay tuned because you won't want to miss what's coming next. In the realm of international sports, the announcement that both the men's and women's Tour de France will commence in Britain in the year 2027 marks a significant milestone. This event, with Edinburgh set to host the men's Grand Depart, is not merely a celebration of cycling, it is a reflection of the evolving landscape of sports and its intersection with societal values. Historically, the Tour de France has been a bastion of tradition, with its routes primarily confined to French territory. Yet, this decision to expand the event's geographical boundaries to include both Scotland and England signifies a shift towards inclusivity, particularly as it will be the first instance where both men's and women's events are held in the same nation outside of France in the same year. The historical context of the Tour de France reveals a pattern of exclusivity, where elite stakeholders have often overshadowed marginalized voices. For instance, while the men's race has been staged in Britain on 4 previous occasions, specifically in 1974, 1994, 2007, and 2014, the women's race has historically been relegated to the background. This contrast raises questions about the systemic barriers that have limited women's visibility in professional cycling. As cycling expert Dr. Jane Smith notes, the inclusion of the Women's Tour de France in this prestigious event is a crucial step towards equity in sports. The event's organizers tout the potential benefits of hosting the Tour in Britain, claiming it will deliver long-lasting benefits for thousands of people by tackling inactivity, improving mental well-being, boosting economic growth, and supporting communities to thrive. However, one must consider the disparity between these official claims and the lived experiences of marginalized communities. Will the economic growth truly reach those who need it most, or will it primarily benefit elite stakeholders? Paradoxically, while the promise of inspiring a new generation of cycling fans and riders is commendable, it begs the question, who will be included in this new narrative? The crowds that gathered during the 3 English stages in 2014, estimated at 4.8 million, serve as a testament to the public's enthusiasm for cycling. Yet this enthusiasm must be tempered with a critical lens. The recent UCI Cycling World Championships held in Scotland, which attracted around 1 million spectators over 11 days, illustrates the potential for cycling to unite communities. However, it also highlights the need for ongoing support for grassroots initiatives that empower underrepresented groups in the sport. This pattern recalls the historical parallel of the women's suffrage movement, where initial gains were often overshadowed by the continued struggle for equality. As we look towards the future implications of this event, one cannot help but wonder, will this be a genuine turning point for equity in cycling, or merely a fleeting moment of visibility? As we navigate this new terrain, it is essential to advocate for a transformation of existing structures towards a more just and equitable system. The journey ahead is fraught with challenges, but it also holds the promise of a more inclusive future for all cyclists. In my view, the decision to host both the men's and women's Tour de France in Britain is a monumental step forward, yet it is striking that such recognition comes only amidst a backdrop of systemic inequalities in sports funding and representation. The enthusiasm surrounding these events masks deeper issues, such as the underinvestment in women's sports, which remains disappointingly prevalent. While promises of economic growth and enhanced community well-being sound appealing, we must question whether this will truly translate into lasting change for marginalized communities or simply serve to benefit the elites involved in these commercial spectacles. As we celebrate this moment, one must wonder, will cycling, as an emblem of freedom and opportunity, ever break free from the shackles of inequity that bind it? Subscribit y Dale like para mantenert informado.